Hello everyone, it's Monday morning and I haven't posted since Saturday, so I hope everybody had a great weekend. Very glammed up right now, so I'm about to do some pictures for Unlocked Vintage on Etsy for my shop. I take all the pictures myself with a Nikon, and I think it's like a 3100, D3100, I don't know, I haven't really mastered it yet, but I use it myself, so I'm set on a timer. So that's why I'm a little glammed right now and look like a porcelain doll. So, okay, I, God, it's been a crazy weekend with my daughter. It's been awesome. We took her to the movies for the first time. She's going to be 2, so that was really interesting. She wanted to sit by herself in the bendy chair, and she just kept kicking her legs down, and she didn't, it was making a lot of noise, and I kept saying, do you want to sit on my lap? And she'd say, no, no. So she just stayed in the floppy chair the whole time. So I think everyone was annoyed with us, but she had fun, and she was actually really good the whole time. We went to go see Frozen, which was awesome. Um, I'm emotional as they come, and I always cry over, you know, Nicholas Sparks books movies, always. But even Disney movies are so emotional for me. I don't know why, but I'm sitting there with my boyfriend and my daughter and all these kids, and um, spoiler alert, at the end of the movie, the sisters that don't talk the whole movie really, because one of them has powers and hurt the other when they were little. Um, she freezes the girl that got hurt, is frozen, and the whole movie you think that the prince is going to save her and kiss her, and it's going to be the true love's kiss that saves her life because they're looking for an act of true love. And then at the end, the sister hugs her and she unfreezes. So I don't know, I was just so emotional over that, and it's such a powerful thing to teach kids because um, a lot of the time it's all about the prince and falling in love, and that's what all these princesses' lives depend on is, finding a prince and falling in love and getting married. And that's not always what life is about, and I'm glad that that kind of movie is out there, because it was just unexpected that, the act of love that they were looking for in the whole movie was really the 2 sisters, and I just thought that that was such a great ending to a movie for, kids. It was awesome. I loved it. I don't even think that the guy had kissed the girl at all in the movie. It was just such a refreshing ending to a Disney movie. So sorry for all that wanted to see that with their kids or without their kids, because apparently adults can like it too. But I really liked the ending. I just felt very touched by it, and I'm glad that there's a movie out there that portrays that to kids, that it's not always about the guy and having a boyfriend. It's, it's about family and love, and whether that family is your husband now or your boyfriend now, then that's fine. But yeah, it's about family. It really is. So that was cool. So this morning we had a great weekend with her. We all stayed home pretty much all weekend, but took Harley a couple places, and that was nice. And we got ice cream, and she loved it. So during the week, I bring Harley to daycare. Harley is my daughter. She's going to be 2. I bring her to daycare still. I got laid off 2 weeks ago. I still bring her to daycare every day. I get up later than I used to, but I probably bring her around 9. I go tanning, I go to the gym, I come back and I work. And then I pick her up around 4. Some moms might look down upon that. For instance, the girl at the gas station this morning heard me saying that I brought my daughter to daycare, and I was dressed in sweats, and it probably looked like I just was going home to watch, daytime television, but I was at the gym. But she looked at me and made me feel terrible after I said that I had just brought my daughter to daycare and that I was picking her up later. She just looked at me like I was a no-good, low-life loser. But that makes me really mad because I'm a better mom when I have a life and I do things without my daughter. I have a lot more patience, and I'm 100% dedicated to the time that I have with her. It's just annoying to me that parents look down upon other parents for the way that they live and their lifestyle and the time slots that they have. It's like, great, you're a stay-at-home mom and you stay home 24/7, and you apparently have all the patience in the world, and you're just a better mom than everybody else. That annoys me. Stop posting on Facebook that you're the best mom, because it's annoying to us moms that are actually really great moms, but take time off for ourselves. I know myself, and for the first year of my daughter's life, I was completely closed off from everyone, even my boyfriend. I definitely had a little postpartum for sure. Um, I was very outgoing before, always wanted to be everywhere, go everywhere, see everyone. But then I had my daughter, and it's like I immediately changed, and I know that it was a little postpartum, but I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want anyone to come over. I didn't want my boyfriend to go anywhere. It definitely put a huge strain on everyone's relationship with me. I lost friends. I stopped doing things. I wanted to stay in all the time, and at that time we had lived in a basement, so it was an apartment, but it was still in a basement. It was a daylight basement, but it was just dark and depressing, and it was awful. Like, I mean, it was great. It was a beautiful time. I spent one-on-one time with my daughter 24/7, but I didn't have much patience. I wanted my boyfriend to be there all the time, and I just wanted help all the time, and um, I would never take it out on my daughter ever, but I would always take it out on other people. So when my boyfriend got home, it was, where were you? What were you doing? Who were you with? You were here, you were gone for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Like, it was just constant. I didn't want to be alone. I wanted somebody there with me, but I didn't want anyone but my boyfriend. So it was a really hard time, and I wasn't the best mom I could be because I was always stressed out and I was always worrying and just constantly miserable. I was miserable, but I was a good mom. I was there 24/7, but I wasn't a healthy mom. I was very mentally unhealthy. I just was stressed, and I needed to get out more. Then my boyfriend bought a house, and I don't know if that changed things, or it was right around that time, but I started to see the light, literally. I moved out. I started this business of Unlocked Vintage. It was right then. It was weird. It was all in the same month. I realized I needed a huge change in my life, and we got this house, and we started moving in, and that's when the whole thing started. When I started to realize I need to sell these vintage clothes, because we were running low on money at that time, because we had just bought a house. So I knew I had to look for something on the side to help me replenish funds. So that's when it all changed, and it opened my eyes to, I need to do things all the time, with my friends, by myself, with Justin, my boyfriend. It definitely changed, and I just hate when people preach all the time about how great of a mom they are, and how they look down upon other moms that do things with their life. Like, sorry I have a life and you don't, and you sit at home all day and you're miserable, because no matter how great of a mom you are, if you have to constantly post it, that you're a great mom and that everybody else sucks because they have lives and want to do things with their lives, whatever, blow me. Sorry for saying that, but I mean, it's like, really, I don't know. So that's just, and I had to get that off my chest, because that look I got from that lady was just, made me feel terrible. And then I realized, you know what, I'm a great mom, and I spend every second that I'm with her 100% with her. I don't look at my phone. I don't look at Etsy even, which is my job. I don't check any of that when I'm with her. For hours, I'm just with her completely, like my full self. I'm not half there, half not, But before, it was kind of like I was doing everything at once. So I was taking care of her. I was making her food. I was, working from home at that time. I don't know. I was just doing 20 million different things, and I wasn't fully focused on her. But now I am, because I can dedicate that time to her. Even before I lost my job, I was 100% dedicated to the time that I had spent with her. I allotted time for that. But I do go out. I probably go out every other weekend. And I do have girls' nights, and I go on little mini vacations with my friends. And I'm a great mom, too. So I know that sounds weird to you perfect moms out there, but I'm an awesome mom, and I know I am. And I spend time with my friends and by myself, and I do it quite often because it's healthy to do that. So FYI, get out of your house and go do something with your friends, and maybe you'll have less time to post on Facebook about how great you are. So yeah, that's my little rant for the day. Sorry, I'm being a little negative, but oh, and that's another thing. Posting about going to the gym all the time. I go to the gym probably every day during the week. I never post gym time. I mean, unless you're a personal trainer or like an MMA fighter, which I do see that on my on my Facebook feed sometimes, and that's great. I'm sure my vintage posts are annoying, or my blog posts are annoying, but that's my job. So if that's your job, awesome, inspire people. If you're going to the gym and texting that you're at the gym, like, stop it. I don't know, it's annoying. Um, Sorry, I'm being super negative today, but I'm gonna try not to be. Okay, so, God. So that's another thing. Okay, so I'll go to frenemies. Frenemies, and this kind of goes hand in hand. At the gym today, I saw someone who I always thought hated me in high school all the way up. She probably used to, but it was so funny because she said hi to me or asked me how I was, and I just kind of was like fumbling, like mumbling, like, "Oh, you're talking to me." I was scared, just because people just have preconceived notions of other people, and a lot of people have that about me. So this girl just seems like happy, and but back in high school, she didn't like me. But it was just one of those things, people don't like people in high school. It's just they follow the trends and go with what other people say. I didn't even know who she was, but now I do. And it was just funny the way I reacted. I just was kind of like, I don't even know what I said. It was just really embarrassing. But I don't know. I just acted weird. But so as far as frenemies and enemies go, I would rather have a full-fledged enemy than have a frenemy. Like, if we're hanging out and you're constantly looking at the other girl every time I say something, like giving each other looks, don't fucking hang out with me, okay? Yeah, I'm swearing. Don't fucking hang out with me. Because I don't want to be your friend. Because that is annoying and not fun to be around. Like, if you like me and you want to hang out with me, why are you judging me? I want judge-free friendships. I don't want to have to pretend I'm okay with something that you said. I don't want to have to hold back what I have to say. I don't want to constantly look over my shoulder like, are they talking about me? Like, I mean, call me paranoid, which a lot of people do, and that's fine. I'd rather be paranoid than think that all my friends are my real friends and they're really fake. So, I'm obviously in a great mood today. Sorry. But on the flip side of that, I have hated a lot of people in my life because I was an angry person. And just because I dated a guy a long time ago for a long time, since I was 14 years old on up, he just ruined me as a person. He made me feel insecure. He cheated on me constantly. He made me feel like I wasn't pretty. He made me feel just awful things, awful things. He didn't take me out anywhere. He just made me feel like a terrible person and that I wasn't worthy of being treated like a real human being and a girlfriend. So I ended up hating a lot of other girls because he was just constantly cheating on me, and I don't know, I was just a very insecure person, and it's definitely carried through. I'm getting a lot more confident in myself and very choosy in who I pick to be around, but at the same time I'm a lot more soft than I used to be. I let people in, I forgive a lot easier. My current boyfriend is definitely changed my life. Like, he literally, from the moment I've met him, changed the perspective of humans and relationships and friends and lines that you shouldn't cross and things like that, and forgiveness, and just really has taught me who I am, because I was just very closed off, and I don't give people chances, and I'm kind of bitchy. So it's not a surprise, obviously, from the last couple of minutes that you just heard. But he's definitely shown me that you don't have to be so aggressive and just let things go. Like, forgive and try to be friends with people, even if they've hurt you. So actually, a few of my friends now, my close friends, were people that I hated before. And they hated me, and we just were known enemies. And I don't know what happened. I just gave them a chance, and now they're just one of my favorite people to be around. And surprisingly, we're like the same person. We believe in the same things. We want to do the same things, and we had the same thoughts back when we hated each other. We didn't really know why, and it was very misdirected. The hate. And people say things when they're hurt, and people say things when they're mad, and people say things when they have preconceptions of you, which I think a lot of people have that of me. I'm very misunderstood. I am very loving, and I'm a passionate person, and that's where my biggest flaws lie, is that I am so passionate and quick to act, I guess, and quick to talk when I feel something. I just need to take more time before I speak, obviously. Sorry about the last few minutes. But I love hard and I hate hard, and I don't hate as much anymore. I definitely forgive all that have done me wrong, but I'm not quick to let people in anymore, and I've definitely cut off people in my life that have hurt me that were friends or that I thought were friends. I don't think that you can turn back from that. As far as enemies go, I feel like enemies are not somebody that has done something to you, really. It's just, I mean, they could have, but maybe, I don't know. In my past, it's always been somebody that I hated for really no reason. There was a conflict of interest with a guy or something like that. I don't know. It was never any real reason. Friends that hurt you, actual friends. Like I had a friend that I grew up with and loved her. We were best friends, and I just realized that there was just a few things that happened in a row, and I realized that she didn't even like me, and she was not a good person or a good friend, and it really broke my heart. And it was around the time that I had just broken up with the bad boyfriend, the bad ex, and I realized that this friendship hurt, and the way that it ended, which I chose to end it, hurt me worse than basically the breakup with my boyfriend. Like, friendship breakups are the hardest, especially ones when you grew up with this person thinking that they were someone and they weren't. And breaking up with my ex really opened my eyes to see who this person was, and it's just never going to be the same again. I love her. I think about her more than I wish to admit. I really miss her a lot sometimes. But then I have to remind myself that she wasn't a good person at all. And the people that she surrounds her with aren't that great either, they were also my friends that I've decided are no longer my friends. But I mean, I guess I'm just going back and forth, but my thoughts are just be careful who you call your friends and be careful who you call your enemies, because both of them could be the opposite. And I've definitely learned that, and I want to forgive and forget, literally, and let people in that I didn't before, and give people chances, because I do, but you only get one. I think that when you're a friend to somebody, there should be no reason to betray somebody else that you call a friend and a best friend. But as far as enemies go that haven't done much to you, and you just both really don't know why you hate each other, or if it's just because of a mutual guy that you dated, give them a chance. And also, girls that hate other girls, which a lot of girls hate me, or think that maybe it's because you guys think I hate you, but I don't. I don't. I don't hate a lot of people. I really don't. I don't even hate really anybody. Old friendships that I've cut off, I love them still. I really do love everybody. But when somebody treats me bad, I can't help but be kind of a bitch back. I'm a bitch. But it's not like I permanently hate you, I just speak my mind in the moment, and that's it. I mean, I'm over it. Let's move on. Let's be friends. But most of the women out there that hate me, but it's probably because you think I hate you, and I probably don't. So relax and, give me a chance, and I'll give you a chance. I'm trying to change my life for the better and reach out and be a good friend to everybody that I have in my life. And being with somebody like my boyfriend has definitely opened my eyes to giving people chances and not to be, not to push people away. And I don't want to push anybody away. So be nice, let people in, and don't judge.